Let's talk about the side of money people avoid because it's too real, too raw, too uncomfortable. Because at the end of the day, money doesn't care if you're kind or hardworking or a good person. It doesn't reward effort alone, it rewards strategy. You can spend years being busy and still end up broke. That's the painful part people avoid facing. But here's the truth. If you're tired of struggling financially, if you want to change your situation for real, it starts with facing the harsh truths. This might sting a little, but if you stay with me to the end, I promise it might be the wake-up call you've been needing. Number 1. No one is coming to save you. It sounds cold, but it's true. No one is coming to rescue you. Not your boss, not the government, not your family, or your friends. The weight you feel on your shoulders right now is yours to carry. And that doesn't mean you're alone, or that no one loves you. It just means financially, the system is built in a way where your survival depends on you taking control. You might be hoping for a job promotion, for the economy to improve, for someone to discover your talent. But none of that is guaranteed. If you wait for someone else to notice your struggle or hand you an opportunity, you could be waiting your entire life. The moment you realize your success is in your hands is the same moment everything starts to shift. You stop blaming and start building. You stop hoping and start planning. And from that point on, you're not just surviving, you're finally taking back control. Number 2, your time is being sold cheap. If you're working for an hourly wage, I want you to really think about this. You're trading something you can never get back in exchange for a number someone else decided. Every hour you work is an hour of your life gone. Now, there's nothing wrong with working jobs to survive. We all start somewhere. But if that's your only plan forever, then you're stuck in a trap. The system teaches us to earn just enough to stay quiet and tired. But the truth is, the rich aren't rich because they work harder. They're rich because they built something that pays them without needing their constant time. They make money while they sleep. That's not magic. That's intentional. You need to stop thinking like a worker and start thinking like a builder. Can you create something that brings value even when you're not online or on the clock? Because the only way to stop being underpaid is to stop letting others decide what your time is worth. Number 3, being poor is expensive. When you're broke, life becomes a constant cycle of stress and survival. You pay more for things because you can't afford to wait. You get hit with late fees because you didn't have enough to pay on time. You borrow money at high interest because there's no other option. You buy cheap products that break fast, so you end up buying them over and over again. You can't afford to invest because you're always catching up on bills. It's not just financial, it's emotional. You live with the pressure of knowing that one emergency could ruin everything. And here's the sad part. People around you may not understand this kind of pressure because they've never lived it. But even if the odds are against you, even if you're in a system that's broken, you still have to fight smarter. Start learning how to budget. Start building emergency savings, even if it's small. And start studying how money works. Because staying poor is way more expensive than getting rich slowly. Number 4, you don't need more money. You need better habits. Most people believe their life would change if they just made more money. But the truth is, money without discipline is a disaster waiting to happen. If you're bad with $100, you'll be even worse with $10,000. More income can actually make your problems bigger if your habits are out of control. That's why so many lottery winners and pro athletes go broke. They never learned how to manage what they earned. It's not about the amount, it's about the mindset. Do you save automatically? Do you avoid emotional spending? Do you know where your money goes every month? These are the things that build real wealth over time. Wealthy people aren't just lucky, they're consistent. They live below their means, they plan ahead, and they stay patient. If you can master these habits now, the money you earn in the future won't just disappear, it'll grow and work for you. Number 5, comfort is killing you slowly. Comfort feels safe, but it's quietly destroying your potential. That job you don't like but keeps you secure is actually stopping you from leveling up. That daily routine that keeps you stuck paycheck to paycheck might feel normal, but it's not helping you grow. That fear of starting something new because you might fail is the same fear that will keep you in the same place for years. Growth only happens when you get uncomfortable. When you take risks, when you admit you don't know something, when you try and fail and learn again. That's when things begin to change. Most people settle for a life they don't even like because they're afraid of the pain that comes with change. But that pain is temporary. Staying stuck is forever. If you want freedom, if you want wealth, you have to get used to being uncomfortable. That's where your future is hiding. Number 6. If you want to be rich, stop thinking like everyone else. Look around. Most people follow the same pattern. Go to school, get a job, work 40 years, and hope there's something left at the end. But this model wasn't designed to make you wealthy. It was designed to make you useful to someone else's system. The wealthy didn't get that way by following the script. They got there by thinking differently. They questioned the system. They looked for loopholes. They took calculated risks, and they built things the average person thought were too risky or unrealistic. If your goal is freedom, you can't think like the majority. You can't spend like the majority or waste time like the majority either. While everyone else is scrolling, you're studying. While others are buying the newest stuff, you're investing. While others are waiting for perfect timing, you're taking action now. That mindset shift is what separates the rich from everyone else. It's not intelligence, it's perspective and courage. Number 7. Financial freedom is boring before it's exciting. Here's something nobody tells you. Building wealth isn't glamorous at first. It's repetitive. It's lonely. It's full of sacrifices. You'll say no parties, vacations, and new gadgets. You'll be the one budgeting while everyone else is blowing money on impulse buys. You'll be studying investing while others are wasting hours online, and it'll feel like no one notices and no one cares. But that's where success starts, in silence. You stack small wins. You stay disciplined. You put off pleasure now to buy freedom later. The flashy stuff people want comes after the boring grind that nobody wants to do. If you can stay consistent in the quiet phase, if you can keep showing up when there's no applause, one day you'll wake up and realize you don't need a boss. You don't need to stress about bills, and you're finally in control of your life. That's real success, and it's worth every sacrifice. This is the part most people won't hear because it's not what they want to hear. But if you made it this far, you're different. You're not just dreaming of a better life. You're ready to build it. These truths might be hard, but they're the kind of hard that wakes you up and pushes you forward. You don't need permission. You don't need luck. You need clarity, courage, and consistency. Stop waiting. Start learning. Start building. Because the life you want won't be handed to you. You have to take it. If this hit you in the heart, leave a like and subscribe. I've got more real talk coming that could help shift your mindset and change your path. And remember, the truth hurts, but regret hurts way more.